Welcome
Welcome
to Shade in the
Shade in the
City,
City.
virtual COVID edition. Hope everybody's staying safe and Happy New Year to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are about to review Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 3. And these fools just get more foolish. So let's get into it and start the new year off right with a lot of shade. Clink, clink. So we're going to get into the it of it all. We see Jasmine and Gino, and they go sit down for their first date ever in person. And Jasmine looks beautiful as always. Let me not cover her beautiful face. We were debating whether her eyes were real. Because she does have
because in this close up, they look like contacts, but I mean they also look like they could be natural. So I'm not 100% sure.
Who knows? But either way, they're beautiful, girl. We ain't hating. We all got some stuff that we done added on. Okay. So Gino, we see this particular scene where he goes to leave a tip after their dinner for the waitress, and Jasmine flips all the way the fuck out. Now, Nels, you can explain her reason because I actually didn't catch that part of it.
So, initially, I feel like she had a great argument as to why she didn't want him to leave a tip. She said that
But you realize she's crazy now.
Okay. Yeah. So she said that Americans come over there, they leave these tips and then the people expect it from them. And she's like, we don't have that type of money, which
got that American money.
Exactly, which makes perfect sense. And I'm not going to lie. I understand Gino, like it's still something that we do. We just feel like you really shouldn't go out if you don't have tip money. So of course he wants to leave a tip anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine is like, you got something going with this girl.
So here we see our man Mike from New York, and he is getting ready to hop in the car and fly to Colombia to see his love, Ximena. He's talking to Pops and his dad, and they're wishing him luck. And they're like, well, what are you going to do? Because we know she doesn't know English. And he's like, well, that's what Google's for. That's what my translator's for. And you know what? I have so much respect for these 90 days.
It's giving me Paul.
Yeah, Paul. It's giving me, because I don't know how you make a relationship work when y'all don't know the same language.
When we constantly have to
don't get me wrong, I'm all for fact, but we need to start. There needs to be a basis, a foundation, and probably the first one is the language.
Google Translator is not always right, so sometimes
that's what I'm saying.
To say doesn't come across that way.
You've seen Paul say some really when he talks into that translator,
and it doesn't come out.
It doesn't come out right. But bless his heart. But he's getting ready to head off to see his love, and we will soon get to meet Miss Ximena. And
I'm gonna figure out what character he reminds me of from Lord of the Rings. I'm telling you.
Nell said it was Bilbo Baggins before, but she's
that's the only name I could think of. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna look at the cast. He reminds, or maybe he should just be in Lord of the Rings. But
you are awful.
He gives me Lord of the Rings.
We see Caleb arrive in Turkey to meet up with Alina. She's anxiously waiting for him. She's super nervous. And then he kind of gets off and he's like, hey, girl. And he's like, well, let me talk to you.
Why you made him sound like it was the homegirl?
Okay. Well, because that's what he gave her, was homegirl vibes. He gave her, you know what? He gave her Elijah vibes. That's exactly what he gave her. We see Caleb and Alina finally meet after 13, 15 years. They have never met each other. He don't give her a kiss. I don't even think he gave her a real hug. For real, for real. There were no sparks flying here. And I feel bad for her because she's waited. I don't want to say waited, but she's been talking to this guy for 13 years, and this is what you waited for?
We can say waited.
Yeah. And I just feel bad for her because, like me and Nels always say, we love her confidence. And it just sucks her situation because I can only imagine we worry about normal everyday stuff. Is there a hair out of place? Is there, you know what I mean? And when you have something that's physically like, I just can't imagine. And she still has such an amazing attitude about it. But this is clearly her, you know, I don't want to say her weakness, but kind of like her thing, her sensitivity. She really wants to find love. And I'm sure for her, like she said, it's been a lot harder. And I don't know, for some reason to me, at first I thought he had a fetish, which I thought was weirder. And that's why he liked her.
You thought he had a fetish?
Yeah, I thought he had a fetish. But just based off his interaction with her and the lack of, I don't know, anything makes me feel like, no, that's not possible. Because if he had a fetish, he would have been all over her. And no, I don't know. It wasn't giving, and maybe we'll see them get closer or get better. But as for now, Caleb and Alina looking real weak. I feel bad for her. She done spent all her money, brought a friend, and
wasted all her time, all these years.
All her time, and Caleb is not it. We see our girl Kim. She is going to meet Usman, and she gets off the plane, and they're at this amazing, luxurious resort. And she has decided to get the honeymoon suite because she plans on honeymooning with Usman, even though he made it very clear that he wanted separate rooms.
He made a lot of things clear, and she was not reading any of the signs. She was just flying straight past through them, driving through them.
Wearing all the stop signs, all the red flags.
Exactly. I don't know if she was blindfolded while she was driving. I don't know what she was doing, but he laid out, you know, my girl, I don't want to sleep with you. I don't even want to sleep in your room.
But you can spend your money to come out here if you'd like to. Because he didn't even pay for her to get out there. That's what's so...
I don't think most of them do. I think they use their own money.
Let me tell you this.
They ain't over here getting flued out. They ain't getting flued out, Trace.
I was going to say, well, that already wouldn't work. If I'm coming over there, you fluing me out. All right. So we meet Miss Ella. She's 29 from Idaho Falls, Idaho. She's a little bit me and Nels had a small little debate. We settled on the fact that she is a geek. I will take nerd. I'm not a geek. She's a geek.
She's a geek. There's really nothing wrong with being either. I mean, geeks are like quirky and like just, you know, they're just like into like things that most normal people are not. Like she's into Japanime. And
is that what it's called? Japanime?
Japanese anime.
I thought like, all anime was just anime.
I believe she was showing like Japanime pictures.
Oh, okay. So she getting particular with her. Okay. But Ella apparently is a beautiful girl. And she has had a hard time dating because of her size. She always says, and as I was telling Nels, it comes off that she has great self-confidence, but she's probably been beat up by the world so much and people telling her that she's too big that she started to believe it. And so unfortunately, you know, she's had problems finding love. She obviously has, I wouldn't say insecurity issues, because I don't think there's anything wrong with her self-confidence. I think other people make her feel insecure, but I think she's fine as she is. So basically we see that she put herself on a Asian men, what is it? Find white women site?
No, it's
white women,
Asian men, white women,
whatever the mix. And I love Nels's point. That's a very bold move for her. We all know that most Asians are very fit, slim, trim.
And that's how they like their mate normally.
And they would probably like their mate like that. So for her to put herself out there, and she did, and found the love of her life.
She got her one.
I believe it's Johnny. Might have to go back. I believe his name is Johnny. And I think he lives in Japan. I don't think we picked up where Johnny lived. We got to go back and circle back. But she meets Johnny off the app, is madly in love. Unfortunately, due to COVID, everybody dealing with. So unfortunately, due to COVID, she cannot go to see him. So he applied for a travel visa so he can come over to the US and visit her in Idaho. Poor Johnny. Ain't shit in Idaho. I'm sorry. So I'm sure it would have been much
more fun going to visit him.
What'd you say?
I said she probably would have had more fun going to visit him.
She might be able to show you some real good spuds, potatoes, but that's about it.
That's it. What is this? What is this? Is this a happy dance? What is it?
Energy. What? It's the Tunisia for me. So we see Hamza, 28. Finally get to meet Memphis's man, y'all. And I was telling Nels, I feel a little bamboozled. If I was Memphis, I'd be a little bit upset.
I ain't know you gonna say that on camera.
His photos were giving, I don't know.
Well, he was on FaceTime too. You didn't think he was, you didn't think he was cute on FaceTime?
No. I feel catfished.
I don't think he's bad looking. He looks really young though. He looks super young.
He's 28. He is. He is.
Yeah.
Anyway, we meet Hamza. And as Nell said, he does look young. He is only 28. However, I was telling Nels, I don't know if it's part of the culture I'm sure it's part of the culture. But Hamza still has everything done for him by his mama.
His mama treated him like a baby. His words, not mine. She does his laundry, cleans his room, makes his bed, and she does not allow him to help. Not that it seems like he would.
Not that he would know how, but I do respect Hamza. He gives us a brief background. And actually, let's meet Hamza's mama. Where's Hamza's mama? Hayat. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm sure I'm butchering it. Apparently, Hayat is divorced. And this is why I'm actually obsessed with this show, y'all, because you will learn a lot about different cultures just by watching this. And apparently, because she is divorced, she's kind of like shamed in their culture. So she can't get a job. Nobody else wants to marry her just because she's a divorced woman. Whereas you can be a divorced man and go out here and move on. You just can't be divorced as a woman in his culture. And I just thought that was really sad. And so it's really his goal to kind of get over to America so he can earn enough money to send back to his mother to help support her. So I thought that was really dope. He does seem really, really actually interested in Memphis. It seems like he really likes her. And says that he knows that, she may not be aligned with maybe his views and cultural beliefs, but he doesn't want that. He doesn't want anything boring. And he what did it call? What is it, nasty time? What is it? They shower time?
Nasty time.
Nasty time. They like that. So, yeah, that's Hamza, y'all. And I can't wait to see him in Memphis meet and see how it look. Hopefully.
I can't wait to see Memphis' reaction when she finds out that he lied to her.
Oh, yeah.
About them being able to stay in the same room.
Good point.
Memphis is going to flip because you don't fly across the water.
All these oceans.
All these hours.
To sleep.
You ain't
sleep in a separate
bedroom. To sleep separately. You know what? You said it much better than I was.
Now, look, you better than me. I don't fly that long to sleep in your mama's house. Why do we have a hotel? Okay.
But, I don't.
But you're right. You know what? I know you're getting ready to say because Nicole and Azan had to do the same thing when she went to Tunisia.
They were in a hotel and the hotel made them stay in separate rooms. So,
look, I'd have to hit a Ella. You got to come to America and see me. Because I ain't doing that. Not after we've been waiting to get to each other this long.
And the fact that I plan to marry you as soon as I touch down, sir, I'm going to need to get a sample.
Okay. All right, so we get back to Jasmine and Gino, and she's still in her feelings. She still got an attitude when they first get back to the hotel. But then eventually she gets in. That's why I say crazy has a language, because exactly what she did, I would have done. Maybe not to him, but I would have done it.
You would have just made yourself feel better?
Yeah.
And just wanted to fuck him.
So basically, let's tell you, my bad. I didn't even tell y'all what she did. So she goes into the room and she gets in something sexy and she's like, let's go to bed. Let's cuddle.
After being 38 hot.
After being 38 hot. It's how you control the beast inside you. Okay. So therefore, sometimes frustration is sexual. Okay. Sometimes frustration can be.
I feel like it was a petty reason to get mad, but you got me fucked up. If you piss me off, guess what, nigga? If you don't try to make it right, we going to bed and we ain't fucking. I'm turning my ass over and I'm going to fuck to sleep.
So Jasmine basically prompts Gino, and as we were watching the scene, she is clearly the aggressor.
And it's disgusting.
I don't know why. Watching the scene literally made my skin crawl every time he touched.
It's vomit worthy.
It is.
It's disgusting.
TLC, it's cringe the whole time. He still didn't take his hat off.
Oh my God.
And he did not shower before he got in that bed.
Yeah, she was like, you gonna take a shower? Not at this moment. Nigga, I just got out of the shower. I'm looking good, smelling good. And you about to put your little funky, greasy, fucking sweaty motherfucking paws on me? No. See, that's another
you stupid.
I just took my ass right. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Good night.
Right.
Hell no, nigga.
You stupid.
Girl,
Yeah, I can't. And then Gino lets us know that he probably should have took his pills that he brought with him, because he's not sure if his man's is gonna show up for the event. He don't know. He not sure, but he know he gotta make it count.
Girl, I know he looked like Hanson, but in this right now, looking at him, he looks like Megamind.
Megamind?
Trish, you never saw Megamind?
You know, I just watched Matrix for the first time.
No, it's like for Jalen. Oh. But it's like the coolest little cartoon movie ever. He's like the blue dude with the big old head.
Oh, I've seen him, but I've never watched it, no.
I love Megamind. I love that little kid movie. But that's who he looks like. He looks like Megamind.
Y'all, she asked me why I hadn't seen a kid. She likes watching kid movies.
You have a kid?
For fun. I watch them because I have a kid, not because I actually enjoy them. She will watch that shit without her kids.
I will.
She will make her kids watch it so she can watch it again.
Some of them shits be good. Look, I think Megamind was out before Ari. It was out before my little baby. I watched it. I love Megamind.
Bless her heart, y'all.
I'm about to make her watch it. Look, I need to make her watch it.
That was Jasmine and Gino, y'all. Sorry for the Here we go, y'all. We finally get to see Usman and Kimbali.
And
that's exactly why I spelled it like that. Because TLC did it. Don't blame me. So we finally get to see Usman and Kimberly. I actually said her name properly. And basically, he's like, hey guys, stay back for a second. He tells his homeboys that are flying with him, Badmus. I love that name. I might name my second child Badmus if my baby daddy let me. And Slam T. And so they're like, okay, and go have your moment. And they grab his bags. I'm sorry. I don't want to call them flunkies, but his paid hired help does. So he goes to meet Miss Kimbali, and they have a moment, and she's like, oh my God, it's you. Oh my God. Like she was being a fangirl. She really was. And so basically Usman is like, oh, and you look very nice. Now I will say this. He did not give Lisa that. He did not give baby or girl Lisa that when they first met at all. So he may actually, I don't think he really like Kimberly, but I will say he gave her more than he gave baby girl Lisa, because he was like, yeah, she looked good. He was like, you don't look 50. You look like you could be 30, 32.
No.
Okay.
He gave Kimberly more verbally than he gave baby girl Lisa. Okay, because baby girl Lisa got a license.
Mm-hmm.
She got a title.
Oh, okay, that's true.
She got a song.
Kimberly can't even. She's a potential.
Kimberly got a bunch of lies.
She did get a title. Potential.
Kimberly got a bunch of. That's not a title, boo. That's potential for a title. Okay,
look, that's potential bullshit. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. What he gave Kimberly was a bunch of lies. He told this lady she looked like she's 31, 32. Sir.
So did I get a good picture? He told her she looked like she's 31 and 32, y'all.
Sir, coming from us melanated people, 31, 32 look like 20s.
Right?
Kimberly is not giving that.
31, 32. Do you see the wrinkles in the chin, Usman? That's not, matter of fact.
For me, she's giving more than 50.
I agree with you. And Usman, look at her hands. I don't care what work you have done. The hands say it all. You can't do shit about your hands.
You sound like one more chance.
I'm just saying the hands
don't lie.
The hands don't lie. So then we see Badmus come up and he calls her super fan. And she immediately gets offended. And I was like, but what the fuck are you offended for? Because you literally just sat out here and acted like a whole fan waiting for him outside the airport. And if you actually watch the scene again, guys, look at the people in the background laughing at her. And Nels made a good point.
This is blurred out.
They're blurred out, but you can
see their teeth. You can see they're smiling and laughing.
They're smiling. They're laughing at her. And I'm like, because they probably see this like, oh, another white lady getting scammed. That's probably what they see.
Another old white lady getting scammed.
Now, I will say that I do think that Slam T was a little bit nicer to her when it came to like the introduction and just like, hey, Kimberly, but Badmus was like, what are you mad about? What you mad for? Matter of fact, Nails, get into the car ride. Get into the car ride of it all.
Car ride. It was hilarious. So Usman had told him, I told you don't call her that. I told you don't call her that. So he let it go. In the car ride, Badmus brings it back up. So, Kimberly, I don't understand. Why did you get upset when I said superfan? It's not meant to be disrespectful. She goes, well, because I'm more than a superfan. He said, what are you? Tell people because we all want to know.
What are you? And what
she said, potential. Bitch, that's a super fan.
That's a super fan. And what I did miss out on the first time is that Kimberly got off the plane telling all the cab driver, everybody her business, talking about I came to see this man and but he's not my boyfriend. He's not my husband. But I flew all these hours and paid all this money and paid for the honeymoon suite to see him. Because there's potential. Girl, bye. You're going to be so mad.
Get up off my couch for no goddamn potential.
I hope they give you your money back. Or I hope at least whatever you spent over there at TLC will write you a check so you don't feel so slighted because you just wasted your money. All right, y'all. So we go back to Idaho and we see Ella roll up to the bee's knees. I was telling Nels, we are taking a trip to Idaho, okay? This has been, I said it's on my bucket list. Before I leave this earth, I'm going to have potato skins, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, potatoes au gratin. I want every potato you got out of Idaho, okay?
Out of all the places in the world, she want to go to Idaho for some potatoes. She loves potatoes, though.
I was gonna say, do you know how much I love bread and potatoes? Those are my.
I love potatoes too.
Those are my top two.
I don't know if I would personally take a trip to Idaho.
If that's where they make the potatoes. Just saying. That's like going to Napa for the wine. That's where they make it. Why wouldn't you want to go?
That's different.
You're terrible.
There's other things to do there.
Besides drink wine? No, it ain't.
I'm right around Napa.
Oh, you stupid. So we see Miss Ella, and she is meeting up with her girls at the Bees meeting. And she's just giving him a little info on Johnny. And we did learn that Johnny is actually from China. So she's into China May.
Shanghai. He lives in Shanghai.
Oh, Shanghai. Okay. Mm-hmm. So he's from Shanghai. We learned that he does have a son. And she's very
he's
ready.
A five-year-old, I think.
Yeah, 5-year-old son. And she's very ready to basically start a family, be a mom, a bonus mom, and is super excited.
No, it's a mom because apparently the 5-year-old's mom ran off. Yeah. And then she started a family with someone else and does not even contact the son.
Where was I when that happened? I missed that whole part.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not a part of the son's life. So she wouldn't be the bonus mom.
I knew she wasn't a part of the son's life, but you're like, she went, married somebody. I just thought she was like, all right, I ain't married to you no more, deuces, and left her child with him.
No, I believe I'm going to say I believe.
Okay. Allegedly.
She went off and started a whole nother family. You know, she went on a milk run and ain't never come back.
Damn.
It's like, not the milk run ain't real. I was just saying.
It never come back. Damn.
You know how they used to say back in the days. The daddy went out for milk.
Daddy went out for milk and never came home.
He never came back.
So she's basically telling her girls how her and Johnny have a great sexual relationship, which I'm sure for the viewers, your first question is going to be, well, how are you having sex and you're not in person? So she
ever.
So she goes on to, gotta love TLC for the cringeworthy details. Goes on to tell us about their phone sex and virtual.
And how she uses a vibrator.
Sex. I don't know.
She uses a vibrator and apparently it's hard to record. He
apparently really likes her playing with her titties.
He loves her boobs. He loves really big boobs.
And yeah, it was again, cringe. I mean, y'all good, but I didn't need all the details like that. And then we learned that she got a damn museum of vibrators at home. And just, you know, it reminds me of, you remember, what was it, Next Friday?
Yeah.
Or Friday After Next?
Mm-hmm.
The one where they had, what was the uncle?
Oh, The Room.
The room. Yes, that's what again. It was dildos and shit all over the wall.
Or you remember How to Be a Player with Bill Bellamy?
I do, but I don't remember a scene from that.
Oh, no, there was a scene. Because remember, he had all these different girls, and one of the girls was a super freak.
It's coming back to me now. Well, yeah, so we learned that Ella is a super freak, okay? And Johnny got a lot waiting on him. So she's like, I can't wait for him to get here so we could get it in. And she does worry. Again, it's so crazy because you see her so confident, like we talked about, and then her last statement is like, but I hope he likes me and is not turned off when he sees how big I really am.
Well, I think that has something to do with the, remember she said she dated
an Indian man. She dated an Indian guy.
She dated an Indian guy. And when they met in person, he didn't really like her. And she feels like it had a lot to do with her weight. So I guess, you know, she feels like it's different over, you know, FaceTime or whatever they're using to communicate. And then in person, you know, he may see how big she is and may not like her, just like the Indian guy.
So we are back with Mike and Ximena, and we actually get to meet Miss Ximena. Was she 34?
I don't know, but she's too old to be doing
24,
what the fuck she doing.
I've been trying to nail down her age. It's either 24 or 34. I know that's a big difference. Give us a second to clear it up. This is the first time we've actually seen Ximena. So she basically lets us see her kids. Let me move us out the way. You basically get to see her two sons. She lets us know that her first son was a one-night stand. I didn't know if we needed that information, but okay, Ximena. And then the second one, she basically purposely
she was in jail. He went to jail.
Okay, I'll let you tell it because I'm about to roast her ass. Go ahead.
He went to jail, I guess, for defending his uncle.
Yep.
And she didn't exactly say how, but apparently that's why he's paying for his crime.
And he got a lot of time.
He kept asking her, are you going to come visit me? So I guess she went to visit him. And on the second visit, she didn't give great detail, but she did say she put her legs up. And she got pregnant on her second visit, visiting him in jail.
I was gonna say, what they doing up in jail in Colombia?
That it ain't just in Colombia. Remember, on one of these 90 days. No, that wasn't 90 days. Never mind.
I was gonna say you might be thinking life after lockup.
It was life after lockup. She got pregnant in visiting him in jail in a storage closet. Yeah, girl. Go.
Wow.
Go on and roast away though. Go on and roast away.
Okay. So she tells us, I guess the way that I heard it was that she was messing with this man. Like you said, he got locked up for defending his uncle, got a lot of time. So he was already locked up before he was pregnant. See, the first time I heard it, I thought you were pregnant before he got locked up. And that made more sense to me. But he was locked up. Then what I heard was that she went there. She did say the second visit, but what she says in her confessional is every time I would hold my legs up. And I was like, well, if it was only the second time, how many times was y'all doing it? How many times did you get to do it on conjugal visits? I don't understand. But maybe they had
why is it conjugal visits?
Maybe they had several sessions in one day. Is that what she meant? I don't know.
Usually conjugal visits are for married people.
Well,
but she did slip up because she said, I love him. I was in love with him, and then smiled.
Gotcha, bitch.
Exactly. She loved this man. She just know he ain't coming home.
And she know he ain't coming home. She said and she just wants to support. She just wants to support. She said Mike is not physically attractive, but his heart. And basically she says, I hope that he does propose, but there's so many things that I have not told him yet about my past, and I don't know how it's going to affect us. All right, so we're back to Kimberly and Usman. And Usman, I was telling Nels, right now is giving, I think Nick Cannon had a song about it. It's, I'm a gigolo with a lot of hoes. That's what Usman is giving right now. However,
I actually used to love that song.
The one good song. Look, Nick Cannon ain't got too many. That was probably the one. Now, look, he got more kids than he got good songs. Anyway, so Usman is giving gigolo in this scene. Kimbali decides to bless him with gifts. And let me say this in her, even though I'm going to roast you, but in your defense, I do know that it is standard practice or culture that when you go over to another country, because things are cheaper here, that you gift. And only because I have friends that are from different parts in Africa, and they say when they go, if they don't bring gifts, they literally leave with nothing because their family takes the clothes that they have, the bags that they come with, literally everything, because what we have here in America, it's harder for them to get, whether it be shipping, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna say that. Now, I don't think that this is the case with Kimberly. I'm just saying.
You know, I got something to rebuttal that, right?
Okay. So I'm just saying she brings Usman a PS5 and a MacBook.
A MacBook Pro, not a MacBook Air, or she brought a MacBook Pro.
A MacBook Pro. And right now, Kimberly, you are giving me trick. You are a trick right now. You are trying to pay or gift your way to the penis.
Let me say this. So I understand that, and I know that. As far as bringing stuff from here to another country, you said for friends or for family.
Yeah,
I ain't doing that shit for potential.
Oh, well, because you a potential gigolo.
Also, MacBook Pro and PS5.
That had to be $1,000 each.
No. That's almost $2,000.
The MacBook Pro?
That's almost $2,000. No, for both.
No, that's what I'm saying. 1,000 each. So the PS5.
Oh, the MacBook Pro is more than 1,000.
Oh, damn.
That's more than 1,000. That's at least.
Look, y'all know I couldn't even recording on a MacBook Pro.
I think minimum that you can get it for is maybe 13.
Okay.
So we're close to 2,000, honestly, if not more, depending on where she got it from. Okay. What she should have done.
Said, what does Kimberly work?
Let me say something. What you got me fucked up, because if I'm gonna spend $2,000 and I look like that, what I'm gonna do is invest in my motherfucking self. So when I do take my ass over there, I actually look like I'm in my 30s. I'm gonna look like I'm 31 or 32 for real. For $2,000 instead of giving it to some nigga who don't even want to claim you, bitch, or you got me fucked up. I want to smack some sensitives. Oh my Jesus.
All I know is I hope she got a real good job and she keep that real good job, because girl,
she's really giving me super fan. She's a super fan. She is a super fucking fan. A super fucking idiot.
Well, bitch, let's go.
Somebody hide.
So, we get to finally see Hamza and Memphis meet. Now, before we get to the airport, we do learn a little bit more, which I think we already talked about, Hamza's mom and her being a divorcee, and how in their culture, she can't get a job. She can't do nothing.
I don't understand how that works. So, I mean, like,
Nels was like, why is everybody else in your business like that?
How do they know when you apply for a job that you're divorced?
But you know what, though? You remember how Jenny and Sumit and his parents are so like, society is not going, like, our friends are not going to.
Yeah, they're neighbors. They're neighbors. They live right next to them. It's a job. First of all, why is there no difference between professional and personal life?
Well, that part.
For one. For two, unless you put down on your thing, divorced, why do they know? It's like they got a list of divorced people. No, your name is on this. I'm sorry, is your middle initial? Sorry, we don't want you. You're divorced. How the fuck does that work?
It is a very interesting dynamic. And I hope they go deeper into that without obviously hurting Hamza's mom. But I would like to know what the it of that is, like how that works in their culture. I would like to know more about that. Now we do see Hamza's mom prep him to go to the airport, and she buys Memphis a bouquet of flowers, a beautiful bouquet at that.
A huge, beautiful bouquet of flowers. If you've seen any of our other shows, we know she likes flowers. They were beautiful, huge. They just weren't from him. The mama really does everything. Makes his bed, cooks his food, buys his girl flowers.
That was the it for me. I feel some type of way. It feels disingenuous to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, even if, I don't know. So if your dude had a personal assistant and he sent the assistant to buy flowers, do you think it would be disingenuous or like you would feel if you knew that the assistant bought them.
I don't feel like that's disingenuous because he sent the assistant to buy them. It was his thought.
Got you.
He's the one that wanted
the only reason I was going to say that it made me think about that. Like, would you feel?
No, then because it's still coming from you. You just, I don't know. Who knows? You just had a lot of things to do. This is the person that you hired to take care of the things that you can't do at the time. So it's still your thought, and you had your assistant do it. But it was no thought in Hamza's mind about
he literally
flowers.
Woke up out of bed, and before he walked out the door, his mama was like, "Give her these flowers." He didn't have to. So
the gesture was totally hers.
So, what is it? Spoiler alert. I guess it's not a spoiler because this is just me. Prediction alert. I have a feeling Memphis is going to get tired of that real quick. That your mama does everything for you.
When she learns all the things that we've learned.
and especially when you have 2 kids at home.
You don't want another one, not a grown one.
And now you're about to bring somebody who's not going to be able to work for at least 6 to 9 months. He's going to be living off you. He can't drive.
Because he got into a fight with the instructor and didn't pass. He's giving me very childish.
But yes, that's exactly what childish. So yeah, Memphis.
Do we know Memphis's age?
Memphis is like 34 or something. I feel like we said it before. She's like, she's in her 30s. What? That makes you feel worse that she knows? Yeah, she's 30 something with the 2 kids and.
Well, then I don't know what she was expecting. So never mind.
So we get to see Alina and Caleb again. They make it back to their hotel. And I'm actually happy that they showed this part because he was able to realize that the accommodations that he booked for her were not accommodating to her at all. And so basically he has to end up carrying her up the stairs once he realizes how much of a struggle she's having in getting up the stairs. Once they get inside,
picks her up,
or
picks her on the bed.
What happened?
I said picks her up, has to put her on the bed.
Yeah, and so he even says like this is a little bit overwhelming. Like I didn't realize. I don't want to say she can't do basic shit, but like he didn't realize how much help she was going to need. So I think that's kind of taking him aback.
He was actually thankful that her friend came.
Yes,
making a big fuss about it.
Came. And he's like, yeah, I'm happy he came and was able to be here for you because now that I look at kind of what I booked for you, you would have been asked out if you were by yourself.
And
so
he said he would have felt horrible.
And he would have felt horrible. But again, Alina probes him a little bit more into like, they talk about cuddling and he's like, well, it's okay to cuddle with friends. Cause she talks about how,
well, it started with, Elijah, that Elijah stayed the night and slept in the bed on his side of the bed. So he starts scanning the bed. I think he was scanning for some fluids.
Yeah.
He starts doing like this, scanning for, I believe, fluids. And she's like, what are you looking for? And then they start talking about cuddling and, he's like, oh, well, I cuddle with my friends. And she's like,
well, do you make out with them too? And he's like, well, no.
Yeah, but what do you mean? I don't know. I'd have been lost. Like, what do you mean cuddling with your friends? He's like, yeah, I hold them like this, which is kind of like how you would hold your girl. Cause she's like, well, if you hold your friends like that, like you hold me the same way you hold your friends, do you make out with them too?
And like, she's what like, oh, well, am I your friend? And he's like, well, why would I travel all this way if we were just friends? And she's like, I don't know.
Americans are weird. Gotta give her that. I mean, you're over here telling her that you cuddle with your friends.
Kimberly ain't even got no title. She ain't no friend. She's a super fan. And she flew her ass all the way up. So we know.
And refuses to be called a super fan. She don't even know what the hell she is. But she wants to be a girlfriend.
basically he's still giving friend vibes in this scene. And she was trying to, if pussy was a tangible physical thing that like a ball that you could throw across a room, she was throwing that shit at him. And he was just like dodging it. Like, I'm my mind is all over the place. I need a shower.
It's like you was giving me the Matrix.
Yeah, it was real crazy. And just to say, I just watched The Matrix for the first time. So I now know I know that scene, of course, but to actually have watched it, I feel good about myself that I can actually speak to it intelligently. So, I'm only a decade behind. It came out, I think, 1999, and it's only 2020. No, so I'm 2 decades. Damn.
I was about to say, Trace.
But I'll catch up on 2 and 3 later. I heard it wasn't that good after that, so I don't think I'm missing nothing. But yeah, basically that was it for Alina and Caleb. And they go into, the preview of next episode, and we see crazy ass Jasmine basically threatening Gino, talking about your exes are of the past and they need to be dead, and we need to get, and I ain't saying they got to be dead, but I'm kind of with it. We need to leave that shit in the past. Leave it where it lie.
I ain't gonna comment on that because you know how I feel about exes.
Yeah. So basically, and then we see Superfan and Usman got some girl rolling up and basically is shading the shit out of Kim. Like, why is this old bitch here?
And she was beautiful. Sir. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because the other girl ain't buying PS5s and MacBook Pros.
I don't know. Look, it's for the love of money, I guess. I don't know. But
Gigolo with lots
of hoes. I wish I remember the rest of the lyrics. That was a good song. I gotta go look at it. My Spotify. But all right, y'all. That was pretty much the end of the episode. We thank you so much for joining us for our first episode of the new year. We're sorry it's
virtually our first episode virtually.
So thank you for hanging in with us. We appreciate you. We love you. Please make sure that you like,
comment,
subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And we will catch you in a couple minutes because we gotta do Ready to Love. Love you. Bye-bye.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!